Oh, fuck.
I blame you for this.
I'm sorry. Hello, and welcome to Spooky Sips, where we put our love of horror movies into a podcast and sip some spirits along the way. I'm one of your hosts, Laura, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Yvette and Brianna.
Hey. Are you doing our intro today? I'm still here, but we decided to switch it up today.
I really thought you were going to be like, my name's Yvette.
I'm totally ready for her to do that too. I'm Yvette.
I'm here with my co-host, Laura and Brianna.
Okay, so you guys.
We are out of sorts.
Yes.
We are all together, which I'm sure by the audio quality you can tell. But you guys, we just watched something that...
I'm sorry.
Like, we're all pretty upset. We just got through with watching Thankskilling, which is a 2008.
Can I just in advance apologize to all of our listeners? Because last episode we told them to watch it in preparation, and I am sorry.
If you did, we actually do owe you an apology.
I really do apologize because that was bad.
We didn't know.
No, we didn't know.
There was some funny moments, but okay, go ahead.
So what it is it's a possessed turkey that terrorizes 5 college students.
Oh, they're in college.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, they're middle-aged.
Yeah.
But during their Thanksgiving break.
Which is the thing.
It's not rated, which out the gate.
You know
why.
Because it is just tits out.
Yeah. Well, it starts out with saying something like, the year is blah, 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 blah. The olden days. And it doesn't like the bloody font or something from they
just looked up horror font.
Like creepy.
Creepy.
Right.
Yes, creepy.
Yes.
The creepy font.
And then it's just a bouncing nipples.
Yeah, no, it's just, but it's like zoomed in.
Oh,
like
it's just nipple right in your face.
And then,
and that's probably the best part of the movie.
It really is.
30 seconds of that.
It never gets better.
We were wondering if we had started to watch a porn at that point.
Yeah.
But then we all decided that, like, we have seen better porns.
Yeah. I think there's better ones out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the movie starts out like that. There's just the bouncing boobs, the woman running, bouncing boobs, and then this turkey that is made out of some crazy material, bouncing boobs.
And she's supposed to be a pilgrim?
Yeah,
I think she's supposed to be a pilgrim. And then Brianna all of a sudden has to rewind.
Well, Brianna was like, oh, sorry, guys, hold on. And then we watched it again.
Okay, because I wanted to get a picture of when the word Thankskilling came on the
Yeah. Sure. Oh, guys, just hold on.
I just wanted to see those boobs again.
I do have to tell our listeners, we did watch the opening scene of this movie that we all hated so much 3 times.
Yeah.
We watched it thrice.
We did watch it thrice.
So there's that.
And I feel like so this movie has like a for a 4.
Yeah,
4.2. 4.2 out of 10. And here's the thing. Horror movies have horrible ratings. It just happens, you know. I think we have all decided it's those first 30 seconds that maybe got it the 4 stars.
Yes.
Like, if a film could get negative points, it would have been this one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, it literally was so poorly done that I was like, it has to be intentional.
Oh. So here's what I think I actually even said this as we were watching it. I think it actually takes a lot of effort and talent to act that badly.
Yeah.
I think just being a bad actor and not being able to act, you would just be normal. Whereas their level of bad acting, I think, had to have taken some skill.
Yeah,
if that makes any sense.
Oh, so basically we've got these 5 kids that are all
middle-aged,
horrible actors, middle-aged actors. One of them was a literal CPA accountant with balding hair.
When we first met them, I wrote D-bag alert.
Yep.
They're just all awful.
And there's no one else in the shot. So they're supposed to be in college, I guess. For some reason, I thought high school.
And it was like, not much
break
music.
Time.
Like, there's at the end, but like, it just feels like someone pulled their Samsung out in 2007 and was like, here we go. My Razor phone. Pulled out their Razor.
2008
well, they would have filmed
9.
in 2000 7.
Well, there's debate on if this movie came out in 8 or 9.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really actually a thing that happens like all the time.
Somewhere between 2000 and
But anyways.
All right, they pulled out their razor phone.
And they're just awful, you guys. They're just awful. But they're going home.
Did you guys have a razor? I had a
Yes.
razor.
I had a pink razor.
Oh, what color was your razor?
It was gray. I had the gray razor.
I had the Carrie Bradshaw pink razor phone.
It was like Barbie hot pink. It was so
Oh,
cute.
mine was the light pink.
Oh, see, mine was mine was
no.
the
like the
pink.
yes, I know the one.
Mine was the light pink. Because that's what Carrie Bradshaw had.
and like the Motorola,
Yep.
Yes.
like a little jingle.
Yes. Yep. Oh, so good. So good.
And they're just the worst actors that have
/ humans.
ever existed.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it feels intentional.
Yeah,
They knew. I mean, we can start with the fun fact that we learned while watching the movie. The budget for this movie was $3,500.
Which, like, none of us believed that when we saw it.
Like, that is $3,000
okay, wait, hold on.
$500.
We need to do the inflation calculator.
Oh, yeah.
because that is like they paid each actor in this movie, what?
$25.
$100 because they spent a lot of money on the cartoon effects and the opening scene.
Well, we noticed
Or
at
the
the end,
opening
too, that there were 2 families, because a lot of people shared the last
Very
name.
incestual. It's like Downey and
Stewart.
Yes, Downey and
So
Stewart.
it felt like a school project.
Guys, that would be a whopping $5,300 today.
Oh,
so
big spender.
yes.
Big
Well, there
spender.
you go.
But yeah, like the camera angles were so
Oh,
bad.
so
It was like-
bad.
there was
handheld the whole time.
Oh,
there was
yes.
never a
not a tripod in sight.
No.
And like the actors were so bad. So like there's a scene of them, they're leaving college, which we couldn't tell if it was supposed to be college or high school or like the senior citizens home.
Right.
And like they're leaving and they're on Thanksgiving break. Woohoo!
Thanksgiving break, which again, like maybe it is a thing for some. That was,
was-
not a
Yeah,
thing.
Matt and I were like, that's not
that
it
was
was
not
for
a
me.
thing at
It
my
was for me.
college.
Yeah, we got like a little bit of a break.
You were like I remember I had my chemistry professor
Oh, yeah.
was like, by the way, pop quiz on Friday.
Yes.
Don't you think this is a long weekend?
No.
If you don't show
Yes.
up, you are losing a lot of points today. This is not a free day. Like we did not have Thanksgiving break.
No.
Okay, well, that's sad for you.
So here's the thing, you guys. And by that, I mean listeners. If you watch this movie, we are really sorry.
I'm so sorry.
If you haven't, don't.
No. Like if there is a trailer, I don't know if there is.
Watch that.
You
and
could
you're
watch
good.
that. Maybe.
So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about it from a helicopter perspective
Yeah.
tonight. Because it was so bad that a lot of it we've already blocked out.
Yeah, we have.
We finished the movie 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I wrote down just like a few key
We've got some
moments.
highlights. But here's what you need to know. Basically, these college students are going back home, and Turkey, as they call him.
They call him
Yeah.
Turkey.
His name is Turkey.
Not the Turkey.
And how I saw it spelled on IMDb was Turkey with an IE.
Of course it
Of course.
fucking was.
His name is Turkey.
So
Mhm.
he is haunting them. I don't know why. His talisman was unlocked
because
by the man. Yes,
the
that
man in
lived-
the woods had
like
his dog
you
pee
kind
on
of
it.
wonder if it's like Appalachia for a minute.
Yeah.
because there's weird
Oh,
accents
there is.
and woods. But basically, he was arisen
The accents are all over
the fucking
They're
place.
everywhere.
But his dog peed on the talisman, which was his burial ground, and it brought him to life.
It's very unpolitically correct.
yeah,
as well.
because
like it's awful.
he calls himself an Indian,
Yes.
Mhm.
which we would now say, indigenous people.
Mhm.
And also, it's just the way that he's like been
There's-
cursed or then cursing the white people. It's
There's
actually
there's
awful.
a lot of
Yeah, it's bad.
correct
There's
language.
nothing correct about this
No.
movie.
But basically, he is brought back, and so he's going to kill these people. So he starts by killing their parents, right?
Mhm.
And he kills their parents,
Mhm.
and then he starts killing them off, the 5 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And we're kind of just along for the ride as he's killing them off, and they then find a way to, because one of the girls' dads has a book.
Yeah.
Who knows why he has this book about how to kill this turkey? But it's written in code, which is actually just like intro to college algebra.
I swear I saw a
equations.
squared plus
You
b
did.
squared
You
equals
fucking
6 squared in
did.
there.
But the first part of the book is written just regular in English, and it's only like once they get to like now how to kill him, then it switches
the
to code.
quadratic was there.
It is
Yes. Okay, yeah.
What's the one that a squared plus b squared equals c
Quadratic.
squared?
That's the quadratic
Wait,
formula.
what's the other one I'm trying to think of? It starts with a P. Pythagorean theorem.
Oh, he was there too.
Yeah.
No, they kind of just slapped
Yes.
in all the...
All
the
So the one
equations.
accountant, aka college kid, finds out how to do it, and they are trying to kill Turkey. So that's what we've got going on. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna talk about some highlights.
We're just gonna talk about some highlights along the way. So I can kind of like go through my little note highlights, and you guys can talk about your moments.
You're our note taker for this.
So as the college, middle-aged high school kids leave their campus, they're off to spring break. They're ready to go.
Mhm.
And it's just like the worst dialogue ever. They're all just like hanging out in a car.
Yeah.
And they're trying to just like talk. And there's this one girl, and she's clearly, they're trying to like peg her as like being like the slutty girl. And so like they're just talking. It's all very sexual. And her accent and voice, she's like, "What's pin?"
She does the thing where like she doesn't open her teeth.
That is a good way
So
to
like
describe
her
that.
teeth are at the same level. Like,
And she does that because like the nerdy guy who's wearing khakis, he asks everyone like, "What is it you're thankful for?"
Yes.
It's so bad. And
can I just interrupt and we'll cut this
Yeah.
out? But I find it so weird that your table has like
pre-made scratches.
it's like a
Wait,
fork.
pre-made scratch?
Yes.
Yeah, there's some pre-made scratches.
It's
So
like-
this one is actually by my cat, but it came
They're
with.
like forks.
It's to make it distressed.
That seems...
I know.
Okay,
Was
it's a
the
cute.
cheaper-
No, it's a cute
Like
table.
that. See that?
But I'm just
But it
like,
just
why?
comes with it?
Yeah, it comes with it.
Oh.
I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry.
You're leaving that in. You're not cutting it out.
I'm sorry. I have better taste than you do.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow, turkey's thrown.
Okay, so I loved in this movie the random ass flashbacks that had
Yes.
nothing to do with the movie.
There was a lot, like even the fucking naked pilgrim girl with her tits out.
Yeah, she had nothing to do with it.
Nothing
with
to do with the
anything.
story.
I know, and then there was no more boobs the whole rest of the movie. Come on.
I know.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna
That-
show
yeah.
me an up close nipple at first, like
least
give
bring
me
it back.
more.
Give me more.
Well, so we should mention this movie was 1 hour long.
Yeah, it's like an hour and
but
6
I
minutes.
feel like it was 3 hours
It
long.
took 8 hours off of my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. We took multiple pauses where it was like, okay, there's only 15
Yes,
minutes
we had
left.
to keep bargaining.
And they were like, it's
okay,
only 5.
well now that we're halfway through, we have to watch it.
Yeah, and I was like, guys, let's 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We're gonna get 15. No, okay, we're gonna get 20 minutes. All right, guys, we're halfway through.
Yeah, it was bad. Okay, so then I wrote down this that you both told me I had to write down so that someone could explain it to me because I didn't know what it meant. Someone in the movie said, "Ghost ride the whip to one of you in this car."
Yeah, wait, Brianna, you were gonna explain this to us.
Okay, so this movie came out when I was graduating high school. So like it was my prime. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
of this era.
It was like Jennifer's Body era, right?
Yes.
This was way
Yeah,
worse
how
than
dare
Jennifer's
you put
Body.
those
Yeah.
in the same
Sorry.
sentence?
Okay, sorry.
I mean, she would have appreciated the boob opening, but like other than that.
Yeah.
But it was this weird thing where like, okay, did you guys ever like cruise the gut?
Oh,
Or
I
cruise
cruised the
state?
gut.
Cruise the what?
The gut.
Cruise the gut.
Let's cruise the gun.
Okay, so like Carly, so they now have signs. They now have signs on state that say like you may not pass these sections over and over, essentially.
Oh,
And
okay,
it's meaning
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't cruise state because Carly
Yeah.
and I used to do that. She was my high school friend.
Mhm.
If you're listening, Carly, and we would do that all the time. One time, okay, I'm getting a little tangenty, but it's worth it. What do you ever see those like reels where people are like the shit that I did? Like
How
one
did you
time,
survive?
Carly and I were cruising state, and there was a car of guys, and we were like, "Hey!" We followed them back to their apartment. We were 16. Like, it was fine. They played video games and gave us a beer.
Love
and
it.
We were finally like, okay, well, this is really stupid,
We
so
should
we're
probably
gonna go.
Love it.
But anyways,
Love it.
that's the scene.
Mm-hmm.
But the ghost thing
Ghost ride the whip.
Yeah,
was that like you would stop your car and like get out and dance around it while it was like at a stoplight, and then get back in. Like, do you remember the game when you would like the fire game where you would like get out and switch seats?
Yeah.
It was like that. Riding the whip was like that. You would like get out and like dance to the music and then get back in before the stoplight changed.
Okay.
It's so stupid.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it was very dumb.
Yeah.
Don't try this at home.
No.
Did you ever cruise the gut?
I didn't know that's what. I mean, I've like gone on drives.
No, but that's like you just
you and Matt were smart, so like you know.
They also did it. So not in Utah, but in the Dalles, Oregon, because it was a much smaller town, and there was basically like one main road and then kind of a parallel main road.
Yeah, guys, they have a standalone JCPenney.
Back and forth.
Like, I didn't even know it was a thing.
They do.
We do have a standalone JCPenney.
They do.
My husband wants to go back and visit it so
Guys,
bad.
like, at one point the turkey enters like a radioactive dumpster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's the Dalles. It is.
It's kind of cute now.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of cute now. They've done a lot.
But you don't
The
have
people-
the trauma.
No.
Yeah, you don't have to. I was
No.
the people are you? Sorry.
There was a lot of wonderful people in the Dalles. There was also a lot of
Really?
awful. There was a lot of wonderful and a lot of awful.
I didn't meet those.
I feel like anyone in Portland that we say, it's like, oh, did you grow up there? Matt's, it's like, oh, well, Matt grew up in like the Dalles. And it's like, oh, yeah. You know, like Hood River is really nice.
Yeah,
I always,
Hood River is beautiful.
Because no one had ever heard of it, so I'd always say like, "There's one really ugly part of Oregon." That's it.
That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's I was told
right
at the
there.
armpit of
Yeah.
Oregon. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, shout out the Dalles.
Yeah.
Visit coming soon.
So, my next note is that the turkey looks like a dog penis. So,
Well,
should I not say this on the...
no, it's okay.
I mean-
You can say it.
Okay, if you want a picture, if you don't want to watch this movie, because please don't.
Yeah.
Oh, don't say what you're gonna say.
What?
Well, I was trying to explain what
All
the dog
right.
penis... I already said dog penis.
Oh,
no,
God.
no, but it gets worse.
Oh.
Just say it.
Okay, so my... Like, there's not a lot that, like, grosses me out. But, like, when male dogs get excited and, like, the little... I can't say it on air.
You called it something.
The little red,
the red
rocket.
rocket.
God.
Wait, had you never heard that before?
Not from her mouth.
It comes out and it freaks me out. And that's what the turkey looked like. That's why this turkey was so horrific, because it looked like the little red rocket.
Okay. You guys,
Cut it.
we're done. We're
Cut
done.
it. Wouldn't that be so funny if you just stopped recording?
That was really
Anyway, we'll see you in 2 weeks, everyone. I hope you have a really wonderful Thanksgiving with your family.
guys. We'll see you later.
10 out of 5 sips.
Okay, all right. Let's move on
All
to
right,
the
okay.
next point.
All right. So the next point I have is that we then meet the one girl's the girl who wasn't the slutty girl, the other girl.
Mhm.
We meet her dad, who just is this dollar store sheriff
Yes.
with like a taped on mustache and like
a double sheriff's badge.
Yes,
he has one on his hat.
on his chest and
Yes.
one on his hat. And it's not even a good badge. It's
No.
like a knockoff dollar
Yes.
store. Will you hand me the wine? I'm going to need some.
Which one?
I'll take the red.
Mhm.
I'm going to need that.
Which one?
To get through this. So
we meet him, and he's really stupid, and he's like calling the girl, saying like, "When are you coming home?" And like with weird accents.
Yeah, the accents were wild.
All over the place.
And then a bunch of stuff happens that I didn't care about,
Right.
so I didn't write down.
No.
But then the one nerdy man in the khakis, he
The
finds
accountant.
this sign, and he reads it like just like a 3-year-old, or I guess maybe a 4-year-old who doesn't know how to read, is like Crawberg, and he like moves his like
Yeah.
hands across the sign, so we know this is Crawberg.
And there's just so many moments where you're like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why?
So then he tells us this like folklore story about. We were talking the entire time through
Yeah,
this movie,
we
so
were
I don't
actually.
really remember a ton.
Right.
But like he was basically telling the story of there's this turkey and he wants to kill everyone,
Mhm.
and I just wrote down some old folklore BS. I'm not paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. In our defense, we weren't paying attention.
No.
But then in the folklore story, there's all these like boobs and penises in the cartoon.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
very
yes,
weird.
it's cartoon. It's cartoon.
It's like weirdly sexually charged. Like there's a scene where the turkey hitchhikes.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to
I want
that.
to talk about that scene.
But wait, first, can we talk about what happens in order?
Yeah.
My next notes are as follows, directly quoted. Number 1, why?
Yeah.
Number 2, how dare you?
Yeah.
Number 3, what gives you the right? And number 4, bonfire.
Yes. Yeah, that's it. That's
it.
That's the middle of the
That's
movie.
the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
And then I have that the donkey. Whoa.
The donkey.
There weren't any donkeys in this movie.
Where did that come from?
That was a mix of dog and turkey.
Oh my god.
Okay, one thing we kept saying watching is like this movie felt like a fever dream.
Yes.
So like honestly, you probably could have convinced me there was a donkey
And
in
I
there
would have believed
that I just
you.
forgot
Except
about.
there's a donkey.
I would have believed you.
So the turkey kills a dog, and then he starts speaking English in this really stupid accent.
And like throughout the movie, you guys, he talks to people, and nobody is like, "Why is a turkey talking to him?"
No, he just
Yeah.
he can talk.
He said, so one of the lines that he said is, "I'm gonna drink your sauce." Like, wait. Oh well, I don't know what it was.
You wrote half a quote.
Well, no, I wrote down the whole quote, but I think I wrote it down wrong. Because he said, "I'm going to drink your sauce like cranberry sauce, me."
Oh, no, he said, "I'm going to drink your blood."
Blood!
Like cranberry
I'm going to
sauce.
drink your blood.
I'm going to drink your sauce like sauce.
I can't breathe.
I'm going to drink your blood like cranberry sauce, meanie. He calls the girl a meanie.
Yeah.
Oh. And then they so they're driving and they run out of gas, and so they like decide to go camping.
And they just have full camping gear.
They just
Yeah,
have full
like
camping
they
gear.
had like tents set up.
And then like bullshit happens, and the dude's wearing a camouflage
Sleeping bag.
and they're like, "Oh, we can't see him." And then he wakes up and he has turkey droppings on him, which is just like I think it's like marshmallows that they just like covered in like red powder or something.
Yeah, or like clay,
Yeah.
maybe that they just kind of.
And then magically in the morning, the car works again because he jiggles a thing with his pliers.
Yes.
And so they go to the town where their parents are, and the turkey hitchhikes.
Yes.
If this sounds disconjointed, it's because it was confusing.
And the turkey gets in the car with this man that's very sexually attracted to him, and just pulls it out.
Well, because the turkey offers. He's like, "Do you want?" Or the man, somebody offers. "Do you want?"
No, the
like,
turkey doesn't offer.
"Do you want gas or ass?" So this is what I wrote in my notes. "Thanks, I hate turkey hitchhiker anal sex."
Yes, that's what happens.
Hated it.
But he kills him.
this.
And then
The turkey kills the
turkey
hitchhiker
kills
with
him.
a
With a gun.
gun.
Yep. Because he just
Okay,
had
okay.
a fucking shotgun.
Okay, so how does the turkey shoot the man? He has no
With
thumbs.
his claw.
Well, he also drives a car
So he shoots the man and then he
how
drives
does
the
he
car
drive the
and he has
car?
no thumbs.
or legs.
Okay, so anyways, he does that.
Yeah.
Move
And now
ahead.
he has a car.
Now he's killed parents. He's
Mhm.
killed all the parents.
Yes.
Well, before he kills the parent, we should talk about the scene where there's like, okay, so Johnny is like the one main guy, and he goes and he's like having this heart to heart.
oh God, yeah.
He's having this heart to heart with his dad about like, "You always wanted me to be the star quarterback, and I was never the star quarterback." And the dad just looks the son square in the eye during this serious heart to heart and just like lets one rip.
Yeah.
Like it's just this like slow, awkward fart.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, I dropped my pen.
But then the turkey kills him.
And then the
And then
turkey kills him.
that guy, Johnny, is very sexually attracted to his mother, which doesn't go anywhere, but is presently
That is a
clear.
weird
I think it's
scene.
around this time where we were all talking about how we have seen a lot of pornographies with way better
They're
plots.
way better.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen so many better porns.
Like,
probably higher budget.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so then the kids come back to the one girl's dad's house, because some of them have died. The stupid girl that couldn't talk died. Which fine. Nobody missed her. But,
Well,
that was the moment where I got mad at Laura.
oh,
wait, there's a couple of things that happened before this. One is when Johnny's parents die, I love the scene where I think this is his acting moment, where he goes, "Oh my God, why? No more pumpkin pie. No more cranberry sauce." Like, this is what he's mad about, not that his parents have died.
No.
And then the turkey goes to the girl who talks like, "What's the pin?" or whatever.
Yes.
And he goes,
because she's having an intimate moment.
she's having
relations with a man, a random character we've never met before.
Yeah, just her boy toy.
And the turkey comes in, kills the guy, and takes over said intimate relations. And I feel like the scene was like 15 seconds long.
Because he's like coming at her from behind.
Yes.
Doing
So
her
she's not
doggy.
looking at who's
And
there.
she notices a brief change.
Yeah.
But she's
so
into
upset.
it.
And see, we haven't talked about this, but this is all Laura's fault. She found this movie. She made us watch
I
it.
do
This is
apologize.
There were
Laura's
so many moments where we had to pause, but at this point I was like, Laura, you just made us watch a turkey fuck a girl. How do you feel about this?
Oh, I feel so bad.
You guys.
You just forced us to watch that.
I'm so sorry.
It was the real like penultimum of the movie.
Because honestly, the turkey with the girl
He's
and the,
so
his
crass.
stupid voice
And a stupid feather.
I do apologize.
Like turkeys
so
don't
bad.
even like how do turkeys even have teeth?
I don't want to
yes,
know.
because remember he used an extra small gravy flavored condom.
Wait, let me open my incognito.
Hold up, this is incognito. I don't like honestly. What does it say about us that we were like, well, we better just keep watching?
There's not okay. So we watched this movie like 5 minutes before we started to record. So we've done no research or prep, but I do have one psychological phenomenon that I will bring up and discuss.
Is it like not being able to look away when a car crash happens?
No.
Because I feel like maybe that's what we just
I think it's why we continue to watch this movie. Though I think that's why it's not the car crash.
Prito, what are you?
She's looking up turkey penises. Is it like the Red Rocket?
Oh God! Stop talking about that.
It's just like some really horrifying images.
Stop looking at turkey penises.
Oh God!
Wait, show me.
Okay.
Wait, that's it. Wait,
It's just what I pulled up.
that's.
What is that?
It's
That
not
looks like
true.
a human penis.
Yeah, it is. It's not true.
I mean, a bad one.
It's not true.
Wait, what is it doing in that?
I don't know.
Nest?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
they
God.
do. It's not like a real penis.
Wait, what do you mean a real penis? That's
Like,
like
it's
very
this thing that
egocentric.
What you were picturing.
Like only human penises are real.
The penis. It's like this thing that's tucked in. I don't know. Okay.
You guys,
I don't wanna do
I've talked about this on the podcast before, where I went to the penis museum in Iceland, right?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, you know, penises are different, man.
Yeah.
Mhm. A
Well,
lot of them are scary.
I know, but he utilized his like a human being.
And then he killed her.
Yeah, then he killed her.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just had.
And then we just kind of moved on from her.
Yeah, and then it was over. Like, and then
Yeah.
they show up to the other girl's house, whose dad had been killed, and Turkey just makes like a very Silence of the Lambs face mask.
Yes, and how did he sew it together? Is what I would know.
Yeah,
But it's turkey face
but
size.
it's tiny. It's tiny. It's the size of your hand.
I also like how normally when we talk, we are like on Zoom, and so we're looking at each other, and I keep talking to the microphone.
You're like, guys.
Guys,
And
listen.
I realized how dumb
They're
I'm
going
being. Okay,
straight
anyway.
to the
you put a
listeners.
face on the microphone.
Oh, I should like a turkey face.
Yes.
But yeah, so
And
the
they
turkey.
all just believe that it's her dad. They're like, "Hey, Dad."
Oh well, okay, but wait. Before that happens, Turkey shows up to Dad's house. And Turkey just puts, you know, those nose glasses with it's like the glasses you wear with like the nose and a mustache. Turkey is wearing one of those, and the dad is just like, this is a normal person.
The dad was going to a turkey competition to see
So
who
the
dressed up the
dad's dressed
best.
as a
So the
turkey.
dad thought the turkey was a little guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like a
yeah.
small
'Cause, again,
person.
very
Yes.
NPC. Yeah.
So anyways, he kills him. He wears his face. They all buy it.
Yeah.
And especially the daughter. The fact
Right.
that the daughter
Doesn't
is
know
like
it's not her dad.
going up to the dad or to the turkey who's wearing her dad's cut up tiny little face
Right.
tied together with twine. It's just like, oh, daddy, I love you. Like, it's
Right.
so
So here's where they find the book. They figure out how to kill him.
We get the montage.
We get the montage. They realize that, oh my God, that's not really your dad. It's Turkey.
Yes.
And Turkey kills Billy.
Yes.
And here is where we get the montage of like Billy and the accountant's love story. They're best friends.
This was the best scene in the whole movie,
There was
actually.
a song. There was a montage. Laura
Yes.
said she would sing us the song.
Yes. Wait, oh shit, how did it go?
It's like,
It was like, Billy. Did you know
wait,
how
what
it
was it? It was like,
It's like, Billy.
it's like you're my best friend.
You're my best friend. Billy,
And now
Billy.
you're my
You're now my best friend. But you got killed by a turkey. Billy, Billy. And they're in love.
Yeah,
And
they're
it's
in
very
love.
cute.
It was really cute, actually.
We also should talk about the montage of where they go searching for, like, you know, we talked about the book that had like the English and then the code. It's just in their fucking garage.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they did this like whole montage of them like searching like in an actual horror movie,
For some
but
reason,
they're just in the
in
garage.
their house.
Like, they just, one person happens to have all these books, and one of the books is just like this book about like it's like a
It's just
children's,
trucks.
like a 3-year-old book about like see truck run, see truck go. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's so bad. Well, okay, wait, hold up. Before we keep going, what are we sipping on?
Oh
This
God!
Okay. So as upsetting as I found this movie,
I apologize for everything that's happened tonight.
I felt the same way about the drink. I'm just being honest. I'm not a fan.
I actually liked it.
I am not a fan
I
of
didn't hate it.
chunky beverages.
I apologize for everything, but also nothing, because we have laughed, we have cried, we have been grossed out.
Yeah.
I made Laura finish my drink where all the chunky bits were at the bottom.
It wasn't that chunky.
It was.
And the chunky bits were good. They were like peanut butter cup pieces. It's like crumbles. It's like peanut butter chocolate crumbles.
Like wet vodka-infused chocolate.
Yes.
Well, I'm not really sensitive. Well, that was Laura's drink, so I think this is just what happens when we let you make
Yeah,
all the
so
decisions.
this will actually be the last time that Laura ever chooses anything.
Maybe
for
we should at least,
business.
split up the responsibility.
Like, we each have to vet, so next time she does, like, one of us will make sure.
Yeah.
You know?
Here is what I found. So I just searched turkey-themed cocktails. And one of the ones that came up was called the Drunk Turkey. So I think this episode could be called Drunk Thankskilling, or Drunk Thankskilling Turkey, or something like that.
Yeah. No, yes.
I like that.
So here's what you do. You need to make some peanut butter cup infused vodka, which basically
Sorry,
just
just throw it out.
means you get 1 cup of vodka and you combine it with 4 Reese's peanut butter cups in a blender. You emulsify them.
And by emulsify, she means just make chunky liquid.
Yeah.
Only slightly chunky.
You could probably throw it through a strainer.
Now, then the recipe calls for combining that and then taking that and then putting it maybe through a strainer with then your chocolate liqueur and your...
You mean coffee?
I mean, no, it was chocolate.
No, it was chocolate.
It was chocolate liqueur.
I thought you had coffee liqueur.
Chocolate?
Oh,
Yes.
God.
Chocolate
no
liqueur and
wonder I
milk.
hated it.
But what we decided to do was like skip a dish that I have to wash. And so we just did the 4 Reese's peanut butter cups, 1 cup of vodka, 8 ounces or 1 cup of chocolate liqueur, and 8 ounces of milk. Blend that shit all up, pour it in a glass with some chocolate fudge and fall time sprinkles on the edge. And honestly, it was like a peanut butter chocolate martini. I liked it.
No, it was actually good. It was kind of like an espresso martini.
Yeah.
I did not hate this drink.
I like it. It was a little chunky at the end.
Yeah.
I think I'm just disappointed because I really wanted like a cocktail with a piece of turkey in it.
Yeah.
That would have really
Turkey.
maybe next
Well,
year.
when I first looked them up, a lot of the ones that came up were with wild turkey.
Yeah, no, I
the
want like
whiskey.
an actual drumstick.
Yeah.
Like a turkey leg.
You know, we could do that. We did not get this in this movie, which we'll talk about, but we could try to find one with that actual turkey.
Yeah.
So when the turkey is killing people, there's this moment between the not slutty girl and Johnny, and where he's getting very upset because his parents have just died or something. And he's like, and here's how he says it. He goes, things will never be the same. And that is how long that fucking pause was.
That is
it
actually
was
fair.
so bad.
Yeah, the acting was not great.
But then she tells him, she's trying to comfort him. She's like, unfortunately, you know, life's hard, and unfortunately, this is not a football game where we can just call an audible at any time.
But they just kept saying
They
it.
kept using this term.
We're then all like, football calling audible. Now, Brianna, you do not watch football.
I do
No,
not watch
that's-
the ball
yeah.
or foot.
I watch the sports ball
Yeah.
football,
And I watch sports ball, you know.
and we have never heard this term in our life.
What?
But then my husband looked it up, and it means where like the game changes last minute because the quarterback notices that the lineup is not matching their play, and so he like audibly changes the play.
Yes.
So it
But
makes
we
sense.
all just really thought that it was an Audible commercial.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
because the way they used it,
Yeah. Like this whole movie was really just like an ad.
like
Yeah.
Jeffrey Bezos is just trying to get
Yeah.
us to like.
I mean,
oh,
we
want to listen
streamed
to a
it
book.
Yep.
straight
Mhm.
through Bezos.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then I swear that they have this line about, you know, it's like, oh, just call an audible.
Yep.
And then there's like a scene right after it where the guy was like, I can save everything with this book. Thank
Yes.
God I have this book.
So
Yeah.
it
It's
really,
like, I feel like
It's an
this is
Audible commercial.
ad.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Brianna, don't worry. We really are getting toward the end.
Mhm.
We are
just-
nearing
I'll
the
just-
end. Yeah.
Okay, so then we should point out that one of the friends is a little bit heavier set than
Wait,
the
he already
others.
died.
No, we haven't talked about his death.
Oh, we
Yes,
haven't talked
we
about his death.
did.
No, we talked about the little like
His
friendship.
best friend song.
With the
Yeah.
turkey, but we never
haven't
talked
talked
about him
about how he died.
exploding.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Shouldn't we talk about
Yes,
that? That was
you
one of
should.
the better
Yes.
scenes.
No, you're right.
Yes.
It was. Actually, I will say it was the best one.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we
Yeah.
have to talk about
Okay,
it.
let's hear it. Let's hear it. Bring it home.
All right, so he happens to see this cartoon turkey.
You guys, and it's this fucking clip art.
It's like straight up clip art. Yeah.
It's like 1994 clip art
Yes.
turkey.
Like they looked up turkey and they were like, first result. Copy paste.
It was like on a park strip because he was walking down a street.
Yeah. Yep. And so he eats the fake turkey and then his stomach gets upset.
I called it.
Oh, you did.
You did.
I did. I was
You
like, he's gonna
immediately.
bust out, and he did. He fucking did. He busted out of his gut,
Mm-hmm.
and it was pretty gory.
It was pretty gory. And when he busted out of the gut, he says the line, "Gobble, gobble, motherfucker."
Mhm.
Yep.
That's
Iconic.
what I call foul play.
Oh, I thought you said bowel play.
You know,
No,
either would have worked.
Foul as in turkey.
Either would have worked.
No, it says foul play.
Well, and then like time passes, and his friends drive by, and he's still alive,
Yeah.
and there's no way.
No.
And that was when the song happened.
And then there was
because
in
his
the song-
friend held up.
Yeah.
There was a bit of a gay montage.
yeah, I was-
very sweet.
I was trying to like play along and sing the song, but I just needed to talk about the things that
It was
happened.
Yeah.
very it was very gross. It was
Yeah.
it was the best. It was the best one,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, we need to watch Alien.
But then we see the turkey in his little teepee, and he's having a classy meal.
Oh yeah, and he's got this.
And we know,
amazing-
we know it's
salad.
classy. We know it's classy because he's listening to classical music.
Yeah.
And again, it's just an Audible app. And
Yeah, they keep talking about
Over
an
and
audible
over.
play in football, like as if that's like
that's not a fucking thing.
that's not a thing.
that's not a thing.
It's not like offsides.
Yes.
It's not encroachments. It's not even penetration, which they
Yeah.
say every fucking football game.
So
This
much.
is why I started to get into football.
Have you ever seen the reel of the girl where she's like the wife and she's listening to her
Yeah. Oh,
husband
it's
watch
naughty.
it, and it's like so gay.
Yes. Oh
and
no, I have like
sexual.
multiple videos of like TikToks and stuff.
Yes, it's very erotic.
Yeah.
It's very erotic.
I didn't know he was gonna get him from behind
Mhm.
like that.
Yes.
The penetration was deep.
I love it. That was actually like, because I never liked football, back in the day. But our brother-in-law and I, we would watch football games, and we always made it a drinking game.
Wait, who?
Eric.
Oh,
Where every time they said penetration, we had to take a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Or this was back when Roethlisberger was really big, and I just thought that was kind of a funny last name.
Yeah.
So anytime they said penetration or Roethlisberger, we had to take a drink. And then I started to like football.
That's how it goes. Yeah.
what
They
happens.
say some wild things.
They really
Watching
do.
football.
They really do.
so at this point they're determined to kill him, and so they go do the thing. They find the book.
They found the book.
the code.
They found the book. They find the
Right.
turkey in his little classy
Yep.
teepee. And then to kill him, they put one tiny little piece of twine. Around his shoulder. They don't even tighten it.
No. It's
And
like,
this-
haha, we got you.
This suddenly stops the fucking turkey.
But
the
then
demonic
they,
turkey.
Then they like punt him.
Well, no, the guy shoots him.
Well, yeah.
Right?
So
Yeah, but how does he end up in the trash?
From the
can?
shooting.
from the
Oh, it, like,
shooting,
rocketed
him.
Yeah.
shooting rockets him.
And at that point, you would almost think this movie's over,
Right.
but somehow there were like 15 minutes left.
And we see like his eye turn green.
yes.
So we're like, oh,
something happened. And then, oh no, they shot him into a radioactive garbage
Yeah,
can.
it wasn't a regular garbage can, it was a radioactive garbage can.
So then they go back to the girl's house where her dead father is.
Her dead, faceless, de-skinned father is.
and it was like, hey baby, let's Netflix and chill.
Yes, and they just start making out.
okay, because Johnny says to her, he's like, I'm glad this happened because it helped me get close to you. Meanwhile, his mother and father have just died. We don't know what has been her mother, but her
father is dead.
Her father is just skinned and dead in the next room.
Yeah,
Many of their
her room.
friends are dead. And he's like, yeah, you know what? I just want a bone.
Will you be my girlfriend?
It's so
So they
stupid.
start making out, and this is when the accountant is like, I'm gonna go back here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's like, I have to pee.
And then, I don't know what this means. Again, sometimes you guys can help me decipher my notes better than me. I wrote turkey.
Oh, God.
Oh, the turkey! With a thermometer in the ass.
Oh, that's a therm. I thought my note said turkey them in the ass. It says turkey therm in the ass.
A meat thermometer.
Turkey them in the ass.
Well, and my favorite part,
Glowy turkey.
he chucks it in, and the temp goes up to like 190.
Yeah.
That is not a human
No, I was
temperature.
I was like, that's not
That's
right.
incorrect.
No.
It was like, look, everything else I can forgive.
But this is
That's
my
wrong.
This is my hill. And so
He plucks the nerdy guy's heart out.
that's right.
He
That's
puts
what
his
does.
heart out, and then whose tongue gets pulled out like
His
That's
him.
it. First
Him.
it's his tongue, and then it's his heart.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And so then they're somehow outside now.
Well, then it's like the couple, and they're like, oh, babe, we were sleeping, and it's like, what? It's
Yeah.
been 5 seconds.
Right.
Like your father and mother and father have just died, and you're just chilling and then falling asleep, no big deal. What
Well,
the
and
fuck?
even then they were having sex, but by the time they're back on the couch, the timelines don't.
I mean, they're
Nothing makes sense.
in theory they're supposed to be pretty young, so maybe
No,
30 seconds is
even
all.
then.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So then they somehow end up back outside, and now they were in the kitchen, and
Yes.
the boyfriend Johnny got the turkey carver.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
Do people still use those electric turkey carvers?
No, but mom and dad have one.
the ones where it's almost like a vibrator, but
No,
it's
it is. It's like
knife.
it's like this little tool.
Yeah.
And it's got this little, like, like, what do you call that on a knife when it's serrated?
But also vibration. Vibration,
Mom and Dad have
serration.
one. Sexual.
I got excited about
We're
my
not releasing
alliteration.
this episode.
Yeah, we
No,
are.
we're not. It's never.
So
going
turkey
anywhere.
carver with vibration, serration in the gut.
But the girl is like, oh my god, I
Vibration,
can save
serration.
you. And meanwhile, the turkey is bright green.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
God.
very
Yes,
glowy.
he's radioactive
very
now.
glowy. And he says something like, I always come back for seconds.
Yes. And so she drags Johnny out to, like, their shed
Yeah.
Mhm.
and throws him in the back of the shed. She's like, you'll be just fine.
No, he did.
And she's like, oh, it has to be a fire. So she gets a fire and she lights him on fire.
Oh, yeah, because they
yes.
learned that from the book. Like, he has to be burned at the
Right.
stake or something.
Well, at first she lights him on fire, but then she's like, no, it has to be a stake. And then in the middle of the yard is just this conveniently
Like a
placed
pyre.
Just a pyre in the middle
So
of the
she,
yard.
like, kicks him,
Yes.
and he goes into the pyre,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
No, here's the most disappointing part of the movie. That was not it.
Well, I mean,
You
that was
see
it for...
a little thing fly out of the fire, and we're like, turkey leg. This is really satisfying,
Oh, and-
actually. It's going to be a turkey leg. She's going to take a bite.
It's tiny.
This motherfucker is
drumstick.
eating a chicken wing.
And it's
It's
weird,
not even
too.
a drumstick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of shit on... Like, it wasn't just a
No.
normal...
Oh,
Like, they
should
could
have just
buy
got
a turkey
leg. No, it wasn't in the budget.
I know it was a small budget, but the
It
turkey
was not
leg,
in the budget.
I could have forgiven everything else.
$3,500. They just went
No.
and bought like a thing of like 8 chicken wings, and they
Yeah.
saved one for her to use.
Yeah.
And that's it.
The rest was their dinner.
Oh, it's very upsetting.
And then the movie ends,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and we get and this was where the fever dream was intense, because then we cut to this family where we're like,
Everyone had the same last name in the credits.
and we didn't recognize any of them.
No.
And one of them has on this like
Little turkey hat.
Oh, wait, right. Okay,
stupid turkey hat.
Yeah.
Like, it's just this random ass family.
I know.
Thanksgiving dinner.
And they keep like showing the dad starts praying,
Mhm.
and they like keep showing
The turkey butt.
Mhm.
yes.
Mhm.
And then what happened?
They all like close their eyes to like pray,
Pray. And like the turkey starts to like
move,
gyrate.
and then we hear the voice of Turkey, and he's back.
I think he's deep fried.
And he's like, anyone want a sequel or something?
Yeah.
Oh, and then what was it that it said?
It's like in space or something?
Yeah, and it was like to be continued in space.
Which wait, was that? Let me look it up. Hang on.
Did they do it?
Hang on.
Did they make it to space?
Let's see, you guys. Let me exit out of my turkey penises.
Oh God. But yeah, so I'm hiccuping. I didn't think I was as drunk as I am, but that was that movie.
Wait, there's Thanksgiving 3.
Stop.
Wait, Thankskilling?
Yeah, sorry, Thanksgiving 3
So
in
wait.
2012.
Okay, now did they make a 2 or did they do the thing
Just
where they skip
saying,
right
because
over it?
I'm just seeing a 3.
I'm very upset about this movie, and I feel.
Someone was like, Thanksgiving 3 is the worst movie to ever exist.
But did they watch Thankskilling?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Thanksgiving. I don't know.
Because Thankskilling, I think, is
You
the
guys,
worst
I don't
movie.
think there was a 2. I think there
They
was
just
just
went
a 1 and a 3.
Is
on it.
3 in space? It's like, wait, what was the other movie?
No,
where they just went straight to
2 was in space, but we are not able to watch it because it is in space.
It's in
So we are not
literally.
privy
Okay,
to that.
okay, wait, here we go.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Foul-mouthed villain turkey, i.e.,
Ugh.
carves through the likes of a rapping grandma, a mindless puppet, a wig-wearing inventor,
Mm-mm.
a bisexual space worm, and their equally ridiculous friends on his quest to recover the last copy of Thanksgiving 2.
Oh, they went meta.
So there was a bisexual
That's the stupid
space worm.
fucking thing I've ever heard.
We won't be watching it here on
Okay,
Spooky
so
Sips.
listen, everyone, if we release this episode, we're
We
sorry.
have to release it.
But Laura,
Yeah.
I'm afraid to ask this question.
Yeah.
But do you have any sight?
Again, we just watched this movie. How do you have
we
sight?
literally watched it 5 seconds ago.
I do. We watched it. We walked upstairs. We poured a glass of wine and we recorded.
Yep.
But I do have something that I don't think we've talked about on this podcast.
Oh.
And I'm not going to go super into it because I have not researched, but I do just know the theory.
Ooh, okay.
Do either of you know of the theory of the sunk cost fallacy?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what happened to us tonight.
Oh,
you know what?
That
feels right.
Because we even before you guys knew this is where I was going to go, you were talking about how like, oh, we're 30 minutes in. I guess we got to just keep going.
Yeah.
We just got to finish it. Oh man, we only got 5 minutes left. I guess we have to just keep finishing it. So the lost cost fallacy or the sunk cost fallacy is this cognitive bias that causes people to continue with what they're doing, even when it's not working, because they've already invested all this time, money, or effort into it.
Where it's like you could just stop.
Right.
You know?
But here's why it's a fallacy, because it's like, okay, so you have, let's just make it something bigger than this movie. Let's make it something like graduate degree, for example. Okay, so I have my master's degree, but then when I went back to get my PhD, I took all this time to apply. I took all this time to go, and I had been in it for a year, and I hated it. But it was so hard for me to say I don't want to do this anymore, because I was like, well, I'm already a year in. It would only take me 2 more years to go, and it's like, but then the whole year is wasted because I've already put all that time in.
Yep.
But it's really this fallacy in that sometimes that's the case, and like that's a good way to like keep you motivated. But sometimes it's like, yeah, but if it's the wrong thing to do, continuing to do the wrong thing is only going to keep you more entwined and more time wasted in that wrong thing.
Yeah. Like relationships can be like
relationships
that.
are a huge part of that. It's like, oh, I put in so much time, like I should just go. But it's like, but if you keep putting in time to this thing that's like really bad for you, like this movie,
and we just kept
then how much of your life is spent watching this awful movie where we could have just been like, you know what? First 10 minutes, it's done. We know what this movie is going to be.
Yeah,
I would like
we could have done that.
I would like to add that you used the word entwined, and I liked that because I thought of the twine.
The twine of the turkey.
Of the turkey.
Absolutely, the twine.
But we do it for our listeners.
Yeah,
you know,
we do.
All 5 of you know this, but like,
yeah, Mom, Dad. What are you talking about? Our parents don't listen to this.
Yeah, that's true. They don't.
Maybe yours do. Ours don't.
Ours don't.
Oh shit. But yeah, it's one of those things where I feel like the lost or sunk cost fallacy is one of those things that really affects me. Where you put in all this time and then you want to just keep going.
Oh
well, and I actually think like the psychology of it is fascinating because like why?
I know.
Do we do that? Because really, like, at an intellectual level, I feel like sometimes we're able to lift out of it and be like, this isn't for me.
I know it's not working. Right.
Yeah.
But my God, then when you get in, like, the emotional, you lose that completely.
Like,
and you enter into this fallacy. Like,
I think it all comes down to the idea of regret, where you think you don't want to have to admit that you made a bad choice. So you're going to just stick it out and just go till the end so that you don't have to face the reality of the fact that you made a bad choice. It wasn't a good thing to do.
Or the regret of the lost time.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I gave up so much to be here.
I've invested 15 minutes into Thankskilling.
Yes. Like, look at what I sacrificed to watch this movie.
But here's why it's such a fallacy, because it's like, okay, so you either admit it 15 minutes in and be like, okay, this was awful, made a bad choice,
Move on.
or you just dig in your heels and you're like, nah, I'm not going to.
We are gonna record an episode.
Maybe I'll admit that it was bad, but I'm just going to keep going anyway.
And here we are.
And here we fucking are. Because you're like, you know what? No, I just got to keep going. I'm not going to lose that 15 minutes. I'm going to lose 4 hours of my life on this movie.
No, I love this. I think this was a great.
So it's a short one.
No, it's perfect.
I just feel like that's what happened, because here's the thing. We knew after the titty scene, we knew.
Oh, we knew.
It was going to be bad. And then there were so many moments in this movie where we like stopped it and we were like, why do we want to keep going on?
We did.
We stopped, like, we paused. And
We
was
did.
like, how much time? Okay, yeah.
And we kept thinking we should just stop. But I will say this movie, I think, does contradict the sunk cost fallacy a little bit, in that although it was like the worst movie I've ever seen, I also really enjoyed my time watching it. It was funny to watch it with you girls.
Yeah, you know what? It was. It was an experience.
Yeah. Like, I'll never do it again.
I do feel like it's like, that doesn't say much about
Right.
the movie, because, you know, and maybe we've even talked about it before on the podcast, but I'm just thinking back to whatever, I think it was American Horror Story that you were asleep or something for, but, you know, Brianna and I started.
Of course.
And it was a black screen, guys. Like, we had a technical difficulty. It was a black screen, but the sound started playing. And so Brianna and I were committed. It was like, oh, I guess we're just being kind of artistic with it, and we're just going to watch a blank screen. And it was a few minutes before Laura's wonderful husband was like, guys, I think something's wrong with the TV.
Jaden had to come in and be like, you guys.
Wait, you guys, I was there for that.
No, you were.
You
but
were.
You were asleep.
I thought you were asleep.
I was there for the first part.
Oh,
You
okay.
were? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jaden finally was like,
He's like,
Hey,
hey,
guys.
I feel like maybe there's something wrong. And there was. That was not, in fact, an artistic move. It was a movie.
But it just goes to show.
It's the company you keep.
It is.
No, it is.
We could watch a black screen and try to find something.
If that doesn't say something about our bond,
I mean, right.
I don't know what does. You know?
Like, we just watched the worst movie in the history of the world, and I had a great time.
It was a great, terrible movie, but great time.
So, do we have any fun facts?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so I looked up a couple.
Oh, okay.
There was the fact that the budget was $3,500.
Yes.
And then what else did I say?
You actually had a few.
Okay, hang on. Let me...
Because while the movie was playing and we were supposed to be listening to the movie, Brianna was just spewing out random facts.
Well, because I couldn't help it. Because I was like
the movie.
so upset about the movie that I needed a distraction. This one was a good one. So nobody wanted to distribute the film. Like,
which is
they
crazy.
I am shocked.
I know.
Anyone to. So the filmmakers just sold the DVD on Amazon. Because, like, I don't know if you remember, but you probably don't, but, like, that's what Amazon was. Like, they sold books and then DVDs. Like,
oh, yeah.
That's what Amazon was.
That's
like,
not how I used it, but I know that was a thing.
and it took them over a year just to sell 1,000 copies. That's how they got the movie distributed at first. Now it's on streaming.
Why?
I just feel like we could make a better movie.
I go back to my quotes.
Mhm.
How dare you?
Who do you think you are?
What gives you the right?
Oh, just that, like, there were no deleted scenes. Like, everything that they filmed, they used.
Oh,
That's crazy.
because that's what I felt about this movie. I was like, every scene I feel like is just, it's like a first take.
Yes.
Like, because I forgot that's what we were going to do. I was going to talk as the way that the actors talked. And I know no one can see me, but, like, it's just these ridiculous hand movements, the worst acting you've ever seen.
Yeah.
I work at a high school where kids put on plays, and they're in high school at just some random town in Utah, and way better actors than the people
it's
in this
very
movie.
like, guys, let's go outside
Like, it's
now.
so
Oh,
forced.
do you think we should?
No, turkey. No.
It was so bad.
Okay, my last fun fact is that the director, something Downey, John or something like that.
Oh, that was some of the last names
Okay, yes.
in the special
So he
things.
was the director. He held auditions in his garage. He
Love
just
it.
opened
Yes.
his
Mhm.
garage door.
Yes.
And that's why so many of them are his relatives.
Okay.
Because they just had a very small.
There were a
Because
lot
they
of
couldn't get paid.
Right.
similar last names.
Yeah.
They
in
were
the
all
credits.
Downey, and they were all the other names.
It was Downey and something like Stewart or something.
Okay, so here's something. Here's what I'm interested in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear it.
Here on Spooky Sips, we don't give stars. We give sips. But here's what I want to think about first.
Okay.
In all of Spooky Sips, and here's the thing, you guys, we've done 59 episodes.
That's
Holy
crazy.
shit.
I know.
You guys! That's crazy.
So we've watched a lot of movies, and I'm trying to think, what is the worst one?
This one.
Well, before this.
Okay.
Prior to this, for me, it would be that, pure one.
Yeah, I didn't like
That
Pierre.
was rough, yeah.
And I can't remember what I rated that at, but I was, trying to remember, because I don't even know what I'm going to rate this.
No, because it was, and the thing is, it wasn't even so bad it's funny.
No, it wasn't like that.
It wasn't that either.
'cause we've watched those.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing, though. I laughed a lot watching it, but I think that's just because
I think
of
that was
us
just us. Yeah.
watching the movie.
yeah.
It wasn't the movie.
Okay, so I'll go first. If I were to give the recommendation rating,
Mhm.
Yeah.
not the experience I had watching it with you
No.
guys, but
Mhm.
here is what I would tell other people.
I would say please don't.
I think I'm gonna give a 0 sip.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know if
100%.
I've ever done that, but here's the thing. Not only do I think you shouldn't watch it, I don't think you should have to watch it.
Mhm.
And I would be fucking embarrassed to recommend this
Yeah.
to
please,
somebody to watch.
Please don't watch it on our behalf.
So I think it's a 0 sip
Mhm.
for me.
Yeah.
Easy. This is easily a 0.
So for me, have you guys ever had that moment where you're just doing something normal and all of a sudden you puke a little bit in your mouth
Yeah, sure.
and then you just have to swallow it back
Right.
down.
Yeah.
But that I feel is a reverse sip.
Uh-huh.
It's a little bit
Yeah.
yeah.
Like a
sip,
negative
It's a little throw up in your mouth.
a
yeah.
little this is a
vomit sip.
this is a bit of a vomit.
Yes.
So that's the negative score. It's a little bit of when you throw up in your mouth.
This is when you throw up in your mouth.
On our spreadsheet where we have all the numbers listed, just vomit.
A vomit score. So this one's for me. This is a negative 1 sip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a full
Yeah.
vomit in my mouth and
Mhm.
had to swallow it back. This is a
Yeah.
full negative sip.
I respect that.
Mhm. No wines.
No.
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 Okay, well, okay.
You got it. You got it.
Okay, so next time on Spooky Sips, we are doing an M. Night Shyamalan movie, which, I just want to interject for a second and say, at least when we were growing up, these movies, he was so known for, these amazing twists.
Yeah.
So it was every movie he came out with, you knew
Mhm.
there was going to be something crazy.
Mhm.
So we decided to watch The Village.
Maybe my favorite M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, that is a
Ooh.
big...
I know.
I was going to say accusation, but that's not the
What an accuse!
Maybe claim was the better
Yeah.
one I wanted there.
Yeah.
Accusation.
Yeah.
I resent that accusation.
So if you haven't seen The Village, get watching, get subbing, and we'll see you next time on Spooky Sips.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
I feel like you should do your gobble. Happy Thanksgiving, Simmers.
Anyway,
Happy Thanksgiving. Eat some
We're-
fucking turkey.
We're sorry.
Or don't. I don't know.
We're really sorry. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Spooky Sips. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you're listening. To stay up to date on all the spooky things we're up to, Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at SpookySips_podcast. And if you want to help support the podcast, consider buying us a coffee, or really a cocktail. We are completely independent, so every little bit goes a long way to keeping our podcast running and improving. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.